Hello, Delaware. I don't know where the rest of them are, but I'm in here, Night Ranger, South Carolina, although I'm beaming toward the Great Lakes states right now.
Oh, good evening there. Oh man, I forgot your handle. I just talked to you a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, coming home from my parents' house up that way. Come on.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing you. I can't remember your handle either, but I remember you talking to you. But yep, I've actually been sitting here listening to the Great Lakes states. I've got two actually three wire antennas, but this one's aimed toward the Great Lakes, but apparently it's still making it to you.
Oh man, you sound beautiful. You really do right now. You sound great. You sound like you did the other night. I really do think you're in my backyard. But anyway, a fine wave right, Jason.
Oh, you're doing good too. I got you at 9 to 9 plus. The skip's been really hot tonight. I did talk to Ron in Valley Forge, but most of what I've been hearing has been Ohio, West Virginia has been in there, a little bit of Michigan, a little bit of Canada. That's mostly where it's coming from, but a little bit of Pennsylvania. Not quite as strong, but the Great Lakes are really lighting me up.
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, I got a surprise for Ron. I know the last time we talked about his radio being down and having issues and all kinds of fun stuff, and I got down there started poking around, and well, believe it or not, that thing was down there since November of last year, and well, it's done. And it's about $73 total. But I wanted to surprise him and tell him it's done. But here, listen, I got something I wanted to tell you too real quick. I recorded us here, so I'll let you know you sound coming. I just messed it up. Anyhow, you know me being a fart.
Well, you know the old saying, even the best laid plans of mice and men. So I'll give you a little audio. I've definitely done that. I remember sitting here one day and I turned the video, I had the video camera sitting here, and I think I had my Browning Golden Eagle all set up. And I was sitting there talking to the guys in Pennsylvania thinking I was getting the video gate, and all of a sudden I saw the camera shut off, and I realized I'd turned it on, but I forgot it hit the record button. Oh yeah, well you can definitely hear that fan I got in the background. The other mic I think I had didn't maybe pick it up as much. But yeah, you definitely heard that. Is that one of those direct line-in recorders?
Yeah, what you hear is exactly what it is. That is unedited.
Yeah, I know I could get one of those for my Kenwood. I never did buy one. I don't even think they make it anymore. But they'd had one of those that would go with the Kenwoods, and I saw that you know, even Radio Shack had like a little digital recorder you could wire up. I don't remember how long it would record, but I remember seeing that.
Yeah, there's a couple that I tell you what I'd like to have is one of the ones that'll do multiple, because at times you know, you get someone that if you hit the button and they hit the record at just the right time and someone's saying something just goofy enough, you'll like it. But then you want to record somebody else, or you want to, you know, audio gate somebody back something in DX land, it's lost. I know they're out there, but sometimes it's just, you know, you get what you get.
Well, you could also use you know, if you got your laptop sitting there, you could wire your laptop in. You could create a little line level on your radio and run it over to the audio one on your laptop, and then have a little recorder, and then you just, you know, record and save and record and save. Then you can have as many as you want. Well, you know, I did the same thing years ago. There was an old computer game called Redneck Rampage. I don't know if you ever played it or not. But the guy on Redneck Rampage, he sounds just like a trucker. He's got that typical Channel 19 trucker sound, and he has all these little, you know, mini quick insults that he says. And I think I just got the little Winamp recorder, or, you know, MP3 player, and I had all the little MP3s for that Redneck Rampage and all his little, you know, insults and stuff that you hear a lot of the little truckers say. And I got in there and sure enough got somebody to argue with him, you know. And the whole time he was arguing with that character out of Redneck Rampage.
That's great, you know, like you show him, you know.
Yeah, yeah. He was saying the typical stuff you hear. You know, the I'm better than the one-legged man in the ass-kicking contest, and you know all that stuff. It was funny.
Yeah, Roger on that. This is Night Ranger, right?
Yeah, Night Ranger around Charleston.
That's right. Took me a second, but I got it in there. 10-4 on that Night Ranger. Yeah, man. How good you're holding ground right now.
Yeah, and I'm not even aimed at you. I'm aimed up. You're coming in about a 45-degree angle. This antenna's aimed right up, probably towards Wisconsin and that area.
Yeah, Roger. No, man. It truly is. You got that thing on full control, no doubt. A bunch of them in there.
Yeah. Well, I jump on the other antenna. It'll probably give you a few more S units. The other one's the one that usually, you know, locks up a PA. This one, like I said, mostly I was hearing Great Lakes, so that's why I flipped to this one. I was hearing a little bit of PA, but not too much.
Yeah, well, when I was coming home, I had almost to Wilmington for a couple shots, and I had lost countywide for a little while, and one came in, one or two of them, and then I got into a little, like a road, tunnel vision on the road there, and kind of just focused on some roads and music, and next thing you know, I was home, and at that point, the skip had pretty much cleared out. You guys have a good...
Yeah. Well, it's always nice to have Skip rolling, especially, you know, you've got some people out there that you know. That's one of the things I've liked. I've moved around so much, you know. I made that it was nice to be able to move from one town to the next and turn on the CB and still hear people I knew. I had a bunch of people on sideband that I was talking to, and so I, you know, whether I was in North Carolina and lived up there, or whether I was in South Carolina around Rock Hill or down around Charleston, you know, no matter where it was, I could turn on the radio and hear somebody I knew. Yeah, well, you get that connection of somebody back home. There's a guy out here that does, he does some type of construction work, but whoever he works for sends him all over the United States. He goes by number 2. And he's got a pretty stout mobile. I don't know what he's got in there, but it's stout. And when he's out there in Arizona, he'll get on channel 28 and talk back. And man, he puts just as strong a signal on that mobile as the bases do. Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, give me just a second and let me flip on the Lazy H is actually aimed towards you and see what you get.
Hey, Roger, I'll stand by one. And maybe even give you a little bit of a carry in case you want to dial it in or whatnot. And bing, bang, boom. Saying there you go. Hey, well, you guys are dialing stuff.
Alright, I got to key down just for a second because I use the tuner, so I got to have a carrier. Alright, now I'm going to grab the knob on the tuner, on the amp rather. Alright, so now I'm on the Lazy H pointed right at you. I don't know if you can tell much difference up there or not. Also, we got somebody else wants to come in, so I want to acknowledge them, but how's that holding you now that I'm aimed at you?
Oh man, I got you well over the beam between 10 and 20 dB side, but yeah, Night Ranger, Scooby Doo, and we'll be standing by for that break-in. Where are you at over there playing with that radio?
Okay, Scooby Doo. Yeah, who's the other station? This is Night Ranger around Charleston, South Carolina. Just I was aimed up toward the Great Lakes and actually talking to somebody up in the northeast corner, and I had to switch over so we could lock it in. But anyway, you got Night Ranger around South Carolina.
Night Ranger. Hey, Night Ranger,
I draw Maryland. Well, you got me at 9 to 9 plus. You're holding real good down here, swinging back forth between an 8 to a 9 plus. I'm on an old I'm on an old 1976 Kraco, and I really am. A lot of people joke about that, and I pulled this radio out of the junk box just for laughs to see what I could do with it. But that's what it is, 23 channel Kraco with a Turner Plus 3 hooked up to it.
Man, I tell you, that thing sounds so nice and clear. That radio sounds really good over here in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, well, what are you talking on up there?
I'm on a Galaxy 55, and I got an Antron 99 on the side of the house, and I got a little Dave made.
Oh yeah, well that Antron's doing good, and the Dave made. I've got an old vintage 8-tube DNA Maverick hooked up, dead keen about 200 watts, and it's going into a homemade wire antenna called a Lazy H.
I heard that. Well, you sounded really good over here. I'll let you go. Get back to where you was. 350 in Baltimore. Just waving a hand. Have a good night.
Okay, 351, I think it was, Baltimore. Sorry if I got that wrong. I think that's right. 73 is still holding 9 plus. Night Ranger around South Carolina.
10-4, Night Ranger. Night Ranger, well, you're way up ahead over here, and you're staying steady too. Have a good night.
Thank you. They say that this Lazy H is kind of an unusual antenna, and a lot of people say it does that. They say it doesn't seem to fade quite as much as some of the others. It looks like a capital letter H turned sideways. It's definitely a different looking beast. 73.
10-4. Well, you know what you're doing. 350 in Baltimore, Maryland. Have a good night.
All right, 350. Got it right that time. Okay, I believe it was Scooby Doo. Pick it up.
Hey, Baltimore, 350. I think you said it was. Uncle B. Joe, Nashville, Tennessee, in the banks of the Cumberland. Hey, Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, you're sounding real good over here, too. Radio sounds real good. 350 in Baltimore.
Good, you got a
Right on, Baltimore. Yeah, I've been sitting and listening to you guys for the last 10 minutes or so. Tuning in 10 So I thought I'd jump in, put my 2 cents in, and let you know you sound good in Nashville. Oh, yeah, Nashville. You sound real good. You got me up in 9 pounds up here. Kind of bouncing around a little bit, but it sounds real good. I'm waving a hand. Hey, back to you, man. I got you waving between 5 and 9, but you're in there pretty steady, and nothing much interference. So, anyway, let me get back quiet. I just thought I'd shout at you, let you know you're making it down here. Uncle B. Joe, Nashville, Tennessee, stepping. Hi there, Uncle B. Joe. 350 in Baltimore, waving a hand. You take care.
Hey, Nashville, Tennessee, we were just taking a pause for the call. We want to get a quick wave in there, too. Scooby Doo up here in Delaware saying it.
Hey, Scooby Doo, man. Nice to hear you in there. Nashville, Tennessee, waving back. I got this. Man, you sound good down here.
Yeah, you're sounding real good yourself. Sounding real good yourself. Yeah, we were just pausing for the calls. We were saying hello to that Night Ranger out there in the Carolina, no doubt. Taking a local saying hello. Hey, my friends, Scooby Doo, 192, baby.
No, man, I appreciate you in there. Hopefully I'll catch you another time. Have a good week.
Out on beach, I know the Bible, no doubt. Sounding good. Happy 4th. We don't talk to you until then. I'm saying be safe. And I'll take the 2 German shepherds in the backyard for a little bit. You enjoy it. We're going to catch you happy 4th. If not, I'm saying it's Scooby Doo down there. Night Ranger, be good.
Okay, Scooby Doo, and I got you on the videogate too. I'm gonna pick one of these, whichever comes out the best. But you might be on the videogate tomorrow. See yourself putting me in the red down here. 73's Night Ranger, South Carolina.
All right, Night Ranger, appreciate that Hall of Fame screaming. I'm saying it. You're gone. Be good. Be safe.
Night Ranger, man, I'll tell you what. Conversation. Night Ranger, I got you in Nashville too, brother. You sound good on it. I think you said it was an old Kraco. Man, it's hard to beat. Anyway, sound good in Music City.
Okay, Music City. Yeah, I don't hear Nashville too much. You guys are usually too close to be, too close to make conditions down here around Charleston. But I've got you in there. You're waving back and forth between a S6 and a S8. But yeah, unusual conditions to hear somebody as close as you are.
Yeah, right on. I think we got some weather pulling you guys in. Usually we get a little bit of weather storms or whatever, rain coming in. A lot of times I'll hear the Carolinas and Virginia and stuff in here. So there's a bunch of guys over near Raleigh that I pull in frequently. So anyway, I heard you in there. How about that? Into the long distance call like that.
All right, 73's up there in Nashville. Thanks for the comeback. Night Ranger around Charleston, South Carolina.